Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka Batbomb82, and today I'll be doing my 215th Mezco Toyz 112 Collective action figure review, this time being of King Conan. Now, taking a look at the front, we can see multiple images of King Conan. And if we turn the box around, multiple images and panels showcasing the figure in multiple posing positions with his different interchangeable parts and accessories. So with the box out of the way, let's go ahead and crack this figure open and let him breathe. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at King Conan here. Now this is my favorite version of Conan. You know, we have Conan the Barbarian, the Conqueror, the Destroyer, all that kind of stuff. But King Conan has always been my favorite, and I think this is incredible, man. Mezco, like a lot of you guys have known who collect these figures, know that Mezco makes some pretty badass Conan figures. And again, for me, this was probably going to be my favorite one. As again, I just prefer this version of the character. I just like an elderly Conan, you know, with the kind of like gray hair going on. You see the earrings underneath there. That looks really good. But I love that we're still using to get the same buck. That's kind of like dirty, and you see like scarring all over him. So this dude's been through some crap. But then I love this like leather chest armor here we got with that gold lion in the center. That looks so good. And the painted straps, all the little gold like rivets that you see throughout here, and then the buckles and stuff like that. That just adds to great detailing. All the gold and like copper or bronze probably that you see through like his bracers and this really rad belt. Again, all that gold and bronze accents that you see throughout that looks really good. I love that we're getting real chainmail. It's crazy that Mezco actually did something like this. I think it's really cool. You got like the faux leather loincloth underneath that, and the same thing with his skin underneath. It's all dirty and scarred. You get so this Conan has seen some shit in his day. You know, he's been through a lot of battles at this point, but it just looks really cool, man. Again, the furry boots kind of peeking through the leather. That's a really cool look. And again, those little gold studs that you see all throughout there look really nice. More of that awesome chainmail. The back of the vest looks really good too. You can see it's a little like dirty and scratched up. I just love how this looks, man. And I already have his sheath on. You kind of have to like loop it under and through the belt. There's instructions on how to do that that comes with the figure. I could barely understand it, so I just did it in a very basic way because it works for me, whatever. If you want to do it the proper way, again, it comes with instructions to show you how to do it. I don't care. But this guy looks awesome, man. This is the Conan I've been waiting for a very long time, and I am definitely not disappointed. So breaking down the accessories, we of course do get the Mezco circular base stand with King Conan right there on top, and then we do get a clear articulated arm. We do get a few interchangeable hands. You know, we got gripping hands and different types of open palm hands, and then we get closed fisted hands. So there's really not a whole ton of hands with this figure, which is kind of weird with Mezco. I'm used to getting like 50 freaking hands per figure, but I mean, you really don't need much with this guy, which it's okay. We do get his awesome shield. I love this. You can loop through there and then grip it on the handle. I think that's really nice. But my God, look at that thing. Again, like gold and copper or bronze, most likely bronze, right? That just looks crazy. A little spike on the tip of that right in the center. I think that looks so cool. I just really dig how that turned out, man. That looks rad. We get this really dope axe. I love the cutout through the metal right there. That looks good too. The handle looks nice. Again, all that copper and gold, the dirtiness of the blade. You see how it's like some scratches right there, that he definitely uses this. Homeboy even has his own Mjolnir. This really dope hammer and spikes. I love how it even has like the strap holding on like that at the end. This is just really cool. Great looking weapons that we get here. Of course, we do got to have his signature sword, and I love this version of sword because it has like the little lion head right there, and the handle has like these little red gems on there. I think that's super cool too. That could just slide into his sheath like that, so you can hold that at his side. Really cool. God, I love this figure. I really do. And then what's really cool, I do like this quite a bit. We get this really awesome little torch. I think that is such a cool little design. Again, more like that gold and like bronze. You can see there's a peg hole because it does come with an effect piece, a little flame effect. So you could have it something like that. And then you can put it in his gripping hand and have it look like he's just, I don't know, going through some caves or the forest at night and things like that. That is so dope, man. And again, I've always loved Mezco accessories, or excuse me, effect pieces, just because of the plastic that they use. They always look really nice, really high quality translucent pieces. I think that turned out awesome. So in addition to his weapons, we also do get things to dress him up a little bit. So we have this little harness right here. Now this does fit over the vest. That's preferably what it is. You can remove this whole vest. I'm going to pop the head off. And there are 3 little studs right here that are pegs that you can just peel it off and take off his whole thing. And it's just the same Conan buck we've seen before. So this just loops around and over the shoulder. You bring that around to the back. And then there is a little peg right on there. You could pop on something like that. Is that going to go? There we go. That works out pretty good, just like that. So you can bulk him up a little bit and add some of that type of armor, which I think looks good. You pop that on. That looks pretty badass. So that's definitely going to stay on the figure for me. I think that looks really, really good. But we also do get options. Things like this really cool kingly cape. So I'm going to put that on right there. Let's go ahead and pop this head back on. This is really cool because I like the little medallions here on the sides. Have little lion heads, and it's this really nice maroon, almost burgundy-like color of cape that I just think looks really good. It does have a bendy wire. I'm not sure why they don't put bendy wire on the bottom of the cape. That would really help these capes. I feel like Mezco's been downgrading their capes. I don't know what it is, but sometimes they're hit and miss. So I think if they just added a thicker wire gauge of wire and then a wire going down the bottom of the capes, I think that would really help. But it still looks good. I think that looks great. I'm really going to have this one on the shelf like that. I just think that looks awesome. I'm going to pop this off. Then we also do get this cape right here with it's really furry. I don't know if it's bear fur or what. And we could pop the head on like that. And we've seen this a similar cape like this with the Barbarian accessories pack that we've seen before that came out like a year plus ago. But this is really nice too. I love the thick furry feel of this, and then the furry collar around that to really give us some different options. Those are really cool, man. I love stuff like this. Again, to give us more options when it comes to soft goods and things like that to really change up the look of the character. In my opinion, that's where Mezco really shines. And then the last of the accessories is going to be the interchangeable heads. So we do get 3 head options for this particular figure. So we got the standard one that comes packed in the box with the full beard, the crown. I just think he looks awesome. That is such a good look for Conan. Damn, I love all these head sculpts look really, really good. You have one that has the same hair, long hair, full beard. He obviously looks way more angry and pissed. He doesn't have the crown on that one. I kind of wish that one did have a crown, or gave us one more crown, maybe a removable crown. I don't know. I think that would have been really cool to have him with the crown and still looking pissed off, but that still looks really good. You get some really good action poses with that, and the hair is kind of like windswept. That looks really good too. And then you have one with the shorter hair, shaved head, or shaved face, excuse me, with the crown. I guess that's his earlier years of being king, you know what I mean? And that looks a little more like the traditional Conan that we've seen before. And that looks good too, man, but I still prefer the longer bearded one. I just love that look. It looks really good. And again, all of these look really nice. It's real easy to pop the heads off, and look how badass that looks. He looks so pissed and awesome. You can pop on the one with the shorter hair. This will give for a little more articulation, a very He-Man-esque haircut, but that looks really good too. So now let's run down the articulation. The head is on a ball peg, so it rolls around, does turn left and right. Even with the hair, kind of goes over the shoulder, and that shoulder pad that we got going on here doesn't go up and down and side to side. Arms can go full 360, up and out that far, rotation at the bicep, double jointed elbows, rotation at the wrist, as well as a hinge at the wrist, just like so. Again, this does have that overlay with that chest armor, so it's going to hinder articulation a little bit, but I mean, if you remove it, you'd have more articulation. So it can go back and forth, side to side, rotate left and right. Hips can kick forward up that much, back that far, splits out all the way that much, so that's actually a really nice rotation in the upper thigh, double jointed knee, nothing at the boot, the ankles are on ball pegs, so that side to side, up and down, and a fairly decent ankle rocker. So overall, I just love this thing, man. I really, really do. I think this is such a great figure. I'm not sure if this is going to be the last version of Conan that we see from Mezco. It might be. This might finish up the trilogy of Mezco, Conan figures that we've seen before. But I love him. I think he's awesome. He's definitely my favorite one, and he is definitely a must-get. So for a quick size comparison, Here is Conan sitting next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool and Mafex Batman figure. Also for comparison, here he is sitting next to another Conan from Mezco, as well as a Conan that I turned into a barbarian utilizing that barbarian accessories pack. And because why not, here's Conan sitting next to a couple Legions figures. So there it is, guys, my review of King Conan. Now honestly, I don't really have a whole lot of gripes with this figure. If I really had to nitpick something, I guess I just wish there was an extra crown to go on the more angry head, I guess. But other than that, this guy is damn near perfect. I've always loved this buck. The articulation always works very well. It is hindered, of course, by that overlay of leather vest that he wears, but still, the buck itself is very well articulated. The sculpting and the dirtiness of the skin just looks so awesome. Those head sculpts are incredible. Again, I love the crown. I love that we have the shaved and unshaved version of King Conan. I think it looks really, really cool. I love the different capes that we're getting. Those are really nice. Oh, I guess another complaint would be that I wish the gauge of wire was just different. I wish they would wire their capes differently. That's just a big thing I've been noticing with Mezco lately. But everything else, the weapons are so awesome. I love the torch. I love the sword, axe, and hammer. The shield, the chainmail, the paint apps. Everything is just beautiful and badass on this figure, and I think he would look great in any of your Mezco collections. So don't forget to be excellent to each other, and stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.